We're rolling. Okay, so again, Bruchim Abayim. Welcome to our Breslov Chabura. We're going incognito. We are now out of the shackles of any other place. With Baruch Hashem, we're here, still in Great Neck, going strong, going weiter. We should only, from these teachings, seek strength and encouragement. And it should not only mend our souls, but it should help people that we come in contact with. Because Bisman Hazeh, I just want to say, you should know, Bisman Hazeh, I don't know if you open your eyes, but you go out there, mamish, it's a world of like chaos. It's a world of chaos for the neshama. So right now, it's not like, we're getting together here as just like, just dudes getting together and learning. It's a responsibility. Because anybody that tastes this, you should know, Rav Moshe Wilson told me, somebody that tastes these teachings of Breslov, of Rabbi Nachman, something happens to you. You get affected by it. And this is an infecting that takes place in the level of Avodat Hashem that could powerfully turn you to open your heart to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in an amazing way, in a way of simcha, in a way of joy. So now we're supposed to also give that to other people. Judaism is supposed to be empowering. It's supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be energetic. If you're keeping your Yiddishkeit and you're stale, and there's an aura of depression, or if there's something of sadness that's doing in Yiddishkeit, then you should know you're not keeping Yiddishkeit. Pashut. It's not. I don't think you could call it Yiddishkeit if it's on that level. I just want to tell you before we learn. I want to tell you a story of the Baal Shem Tov. There's a story one time with Rabbi Yisrael Baal Shem Tov. That once happened that they were walking with the Talmidim, they were all walking together. And with the Baal Shem Tov, you go on these like wild journeys, like in the middle of nowhere. You'd go like, I think this one they were like, so up in Russia, it was like, freezing cold. It was like, snowing, blizzard, and they were walking. I don't know where it was exactly, but they were walking with the Baal Shem Tov and his Chavraya Kedisha, the holy Talmidim. And what happened is that as they're going, they see from a distance that there's a bunch of goyim that they're standing around. They're doing something really far. They're like banging in the ground and stuff. So they didn't know what's happening. And as they're going, they come closer. They get closer and they see that they're chiseling something in the ice. They couldn't figure out what it was. Finally, right when they're passing them, they start pulling this thing out of the ground. What do they pull? They pull this big getchka, a big cross, right? So the Talmidim saw that for a second. They all looked away, and the Baal Shem Tov stared at it for a second before he looked away. So now the Talmid Baal Shem Tov, they're wondering, like, what did the Baal Shem Tov look at when he was staring at this cross, this frozen cross that the goyim were pulling out of the ground? So then later, as they're walking, one of them, they pushed one of them to go ask, like, what was the Baal Shem Tov thinking when he was seeing that? He's such a tzaddik. So he says, you know what the Baal Shem Tov said? The Baal Shem Tov said like this. He said, the Talmud came up to him and he said, Rebbe, what were you thinking when you saw that? We're so distraught that you have to see such a thing. But what was going through the Rebbe's head? He said, I was seeing that if a Yid is a cold Yid, the Jew is a cold Jew, it's about a Zara.
He's a cold Jew, just by being a cold Jew.
If a Yid is a cold Yid, if you're serving Hashem and your heart is dead, if you're davening and you don't feel any connection to the words, you're off. You're off the derech. I don't care what you say, but something's off. Rabbi Nachman, his whole premise is to heal that, is to get you to be alive, to get your heart to be mislaviv. They asked him, what does Breslov mean? He said, it means leiv basar, right? A heart of flesh. To have a heart of flesh. To replace the heart of stone, to have a heart of flesh. So, with that hakdama, let's look at the piece in Tet Zayin, in Chaf Hey. We'll have it. It says over here, "Kashenofel adam imadrigato," when a person falls from his level, Everyone falls from their madrega one time or another. However good they're doing. It happens. A person, a yid, falls. What should happen? What should be the procedure? What should go through your head when a person falls? Piece number Chafei, Daf, Tes, Zayin, in Meshivas Nefesh. So what should be going through your head? So he says, Yeda, you should know, Shemin Hashamayim Hu, that this is from the heavens. It's decreed from the heavens. When a person falls, it's decreed from the heavens that he should fall. Why? What's the whole purpose in this falling? What's the whole purpose in our distancing from the Borei Olam? He says the words Ki haitrachakut, because the distancing, Hi tachlit haitkarvut. It's for the purpose. The distancing is for the purpose of coming close. That's the whole tachlis in a nefila, in a descent. Al kain nafal kedei sheyitborer yoter litzkarv l'Hashem yitbarach. Therefore, a person falls. Rachmana litzlan, a person falls in order that then he can have the boost that he could come back and be dog to Hashem again. It's a completely different outlook than what we're familiar with. How many times you have, the average yeshiva bacher, he messes up. The Rebbe comes, he gives him on the head. What'd you do? Now the thing is gaiva that's going through there. The thing is this tremendous level of ego. Why? Because you did. Look what you did. I've sat with people, I myself, it's times you go through hard things. So you get this little critter in your head, this little psychologist in your head that's convincing you that you're no good. Mamish, that you're no good. So what happens is that you have to sit with a person, you have to say, you're thinking that everything that you do, all of your obligations, all of the things that you're saying that you're chayev, you're saying that you're chayev. You did it. You sinned. You messed up. Everything's you. It's all ego. Rashis goyim amalek. We're coming up to Purim. We want to know how to handle a Amalek. Purim is the Indian of Mechiat Amalek, the koach of Haman, of Achashverosh, the koach of Amalek, the side of impurity goes down. What is the side of impurity? What does Amalek live on? What does the Yetzer Hara breathe on? Ego. And you say to yourself, me. It's about me. I fell. I feel like I sinned. I messed up. The main thing that's going on in all these statements is I. Rabbi Nachman says, let me give you a flash of reality. Breslov is a series of flashes. It's like flash treatment. Okay, we're coming here. We're being treated with flashes of what the emet is taking our power of imagination of what society has told us in Judaism and coming flashing reality. Right? We're figuring it out. He's saying you should know you're in a fila. Whatever happened last week, it's min hashamayim. How about that? How you gonna throw that on the wagon? How do you feel about that?
I tell you how you feel about that.
Automatically, there's a weight that's lifted off. There's a weight that's wow, that's unbelievable. So you're not bashing yourself. You still feel, but you still feel like a yearning. You still feel like, listen, I wish this never happened. There must be for a certain reason that Hashem decided, to push me down. Right? There was something, maybe some sort of attitude maybe I was picking up that Hashem had to be like, okay, I have to let me push you back a little bit. Maybe the yearning wasn't there, because he says the whole purpose of the nefila is in order for the yearning. So if I fell, Hashem wanted me to yearn. So meaning if I'm yearning the whole time, if I'm mamish yearning for Hashem, then there's no reason for the fall. If I realize everything's from Hashem, and I'm yearning for Hashem, then why should a person fall b'chalal? You know what I mean? The second you change your attitude, and you've come with this attitude, Rav Arush also explains, Rav Arush Shlitish, live and be well, he's helping so many Yidden in the world, that he says, the second you come across, when you pick up this attitude of Magiali, you know what that means, Magiali? Magiali, it's my right, I deserve, I deserve. Husband comes back from home, comes back from work. He comes there, he shows up, Where's the hot food? What is this? The house is a mess. Hashem Yerachem. What's going on? Hashem Yerachem. He says you have to have this attitude of Ein Magia Li Klum. Lo Magia Li Klum. Nothing. You don't deserve anything. Everything is for the goodness of the Borei Olam. Right? Because the second you start picking up an attitude that I deserve, like you said, Hashem, why did this happen? I wanted this to happen. Why? Come on, I deserve it. So then you know what happens? And Rav Arush says, or Rebbe explains, that the Malachim and Shemayim, they're like, does he really deserve this? Maybe he's right. He's saying he deserves it. Let's look into it. Let's give him the justice. Let's give him the justice. And they open up the books and they see, let's see what he did. All of a sudden, things pop up. Doesn't really look good for the resume, right? Hashem Yerachem. So he says, you're Ma'orer Din in Shemayim. You're arousing judgments on yourself. And you're cutting off brachot, God forbid. Because you're coming with this attitude. The most richest people of the world are those people that come with the attitude of Hashem, Todah, everything you're doing is just from the grace of your generosity. It's unbelievable. I don't deserve anything. Look how much you're toreach for me. It's unbelievable. Look how much you give me.